water. Just pass me the Henny. About to get daddy. Pass me the water. Pass me the Henny. About to get daddy. Yeah. All right, y'all. Full moon through the houses. 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 All right, we about to get into it real quick. Once again, I'm back on the road. It's a busy week. Got the sun all up in my 7th house. Mars still turning up in my 7th house. Venus energy still lingering out my 7th house. So it's a real busy time for me. I'm all over the place, family. But guess what? We must get into the energies. All right, we must get into the energies. So listen, man. I told you guys it's my niece season right now, so she's the queen of the household. You know, whatever she wants is her time right now. You feel me? It's always her time, but like we really gotta bow down to the queen right now. So, you know, I'm on my way to Six Flags right now. Okay. So I just want to get into these full moon energies, help y'all prep y'all rituals later tonight. You know, help understand how to move with the moon tonight. Okay, help you guys understand what area of your life you may be picking up on some intense emotion right now, what area of your life needs to deal with some change and transformation right now, and what area of life we need to make sure we're taking care of priorities, responsibilities as we get into Leo season. Once again, when we talk about full moons, the full moon is always going to be opposite the sun. Full moons occur at the beginning of a new sun season. AKA, this is the emotional temperament we have to make sure is established so we can make sure what we're paying attention to and what we're going to be taking action on during the season. We're able to do these things effectively with clarity and the opposite energies don't clash, Okay, so I want to just dive into it real quick. We ultimately know full moons deal with detaching, releasing, all right? Now the thing is about that, Aquarius is already a detached sign. It's already a detached sign. So leading up to this week, the energies for what needs to be restricted in our life or how we play out on restrictions on our goddamn selves, these things were very evident. You know, the full moons make sure we pick up on this energy. Full moons, new moons, very intense times. Okay? But especially a full moon. Why? Because the emotion of the world is at a tipping point. It's very high. So we need to be careful how we overdo reacting to energies. We know the moon deals with responding. So we got to make sure we be careful of how we overdo reacting to energies so we don't create catastrophic, transformative, chaotic moments. So I don't need y'all being like low-key that video I just posted with low-key Maul. You see how crazy he going off the hen dog. Y'all got if y'all plan on drinking Henny this weekend, y'all better pace them damn shots. Or your ass gonna be in for a ride this weekend. You might get transformed this weekend. You might have some responsibilities that is going to be hard to take care of the next day when you're dealing with that hangover. And now we just starting Leo season off the wrong foot. All right, guys. So the Aquarius deals with connecting, networking. Aquarius is the plug. Aquarius knows how to gain resources and connect and rally up resources. Knows how to bring resources to others. You feel me? So when we're looking at the full moon being in Aquarius, these are the energies we're going to be looking at, trying to understand, you know, what responsibilities and priorities do we have when it comes to our relationships, who we associate ourselves with, are the people around us, people that support our individuality, support what's different about us, what's unique about us, okay? Are these the individuals that we can relate our creativity among and be able to build amongst our creativity? You know, is an air sign. Huge emphasis on business, practical relationships, associates, you know, people that you associate yourself with, period. Sometimes, especially air signs, sometimes we don't have no filter on our goddamn social circle. We just be around anybody, and then you start realizing when you start doing more self-improvement work, when you start doing more shadow work, then you start realizing why you don't want to be around certain people as much. Why you not so intrigued to pick up the goddamn phone when certain individuals call, because you ain't have no intention with what you was doing with your own life. So, you know, it's just human nature for us to want to connect, relate. But we got to learn to connect and relate with some purpose. That's why this spiritual path is not for the weak. Self-development is not for the weak, because it comes with situations where you got to detach from your relationships. It comes from situations where you got to make sacrifices and making sure you protect your social circle. All right? You are a product of your environment, and you are the people that you surround yourself with. So this is a huge emphasis during Aquarius season. Now, the moon is going to be making contact with Pluto and Saturn. Pluto deals with transformation, okay? And it deals with expiration dates. Saturn deals with restrictions, limitations, and boundaries, okay? It also deals with, it rules time, organization, business, our finances, investments. These are things that have to be high priority going into Leo season. So when we're going through Leo season, this is like the underlying tone, aka when we're dealing with our creative endeavors, when we're expressing ourselves. Right. You got to work alone to improve that vibe. So this is the underlying tone. So when we're working on our creative endeavors, when we're working on creatively expressing ourselves, forms of self-expression during Leo season, when we're gaining awareness about our gifts, talents, traits, the things that we do well, when the sun continues to use a person, place, or thing to shine the light on these things, to help you understand how you can shine your own light, all right? You have that Saturn influence that was established from the beginning of the season. So you're not just doing your creative shit just frivolously. You're not just doing your creative shit with no aim. You understand that you can use your creative abilities to build. You can use your creative abilities to bring some foundation into your life. Once again, a lot of us don't look at our visions. We don't look at our ideas like this is something we can use, we can build, we can structure with. What else are you going to use to build and structure with? What else are we going to do with our ideas? What else is the purpose of networking, connecting with others, brainstorming? To build, all right? We live in the earth realm, guys, so no matter how spiritual we get, this about to sound real Capricornish of me, but we live in the earth realm. No matter how spiritual we need to pay the rent. You need to be able to take care of your family. You need to be able to put food on the goddamn table. I don't care how you want to slice it. I don't care how much meditating you do. I don't care what alignments you have. You in earth right now. You chose to come here. All right? And that's part of what we got to deal with in this realm. There's some individuals that's too goddamn spiritual. And when I say too spiritual, they don't know how to align and correlate spirituality with reality. They don't know how to make spirituality, help support their reality. It's just all spirituality. For all that, you just should have stayed in the dream realm. You just should have stayed in the subconscious. You here to work with reality. You here to test your capabilities with what you can create and structure in reality. All right, so let's get into it. Full moon transiting the first house. That's my phone. Hello?
Dealer services. Your file just came across.
Anyway, so full moon transiting the first house. Remember, the house that you have the full moon in, you have to be able to notice what responsibilities and priorities you have in that house. Hey, Kay, let your dad know that we're 10 minutes away. You need to the house that you have Aquarius in is already cultivating your individuality. It's already cultivating how you connect others to the world. You're already dealing with a lot of relationships in this house, or a lot of things. You're relating a lot of these energies from this house to others because it's air in this house. All right. And this house also has a Saturn influence. So you're already dealing with restrictions in this house. AKA, you're learning how to build discipline, understanding what to restrict, what to cut off. All right. So by default, with the full moon transiting here, we're getting more of an emphasis to understand, all right, damn, I know this house is already, this house I got Aquarius in is already a house I should be dealing with discipline, restrictions, and dealing with time. All right. So the full moon is helping us to understand how we haven't been doing that, how we haven't been, utilizing our time management. How we haven't been managing, our discipline and our priorities and responsibilities in the house. So the full moon's helping us to react to that, so we could, make our little tweaks. We can make our little our transformations, whether minor or major, to help have a fruitful Leo season. Okay, guys. So full moon transiting in the first house, Aquarius rising. You guys' personality is already dealing with y'all already dealing with personally saying what to restrict, what to detach from, what people, places, and things don't support your individuality. Your whole life, you're learning how to align your individuality with the collective. So sometimes Aquarius rising, y'all think you have to get aligned with everybody else until y'all start realizing, like, I ain't like these motherfuckers. I'm different from everybody. I gotta align my goddamn soul tribe and my relationships from just being me and whoever supports that, instead of me trying to feel like I gotta fit in the pack. If you Aquarius sun moon rising, you don't fit in the pack, and you're not supposed to be trying to do that, because you the guys here to teach us how to be us, how to be individuals, how to be different. So Aquarius risings with the full moon transit in your first house, Leo season is going to have a huge emphasis on your personal priorities, Aquarius risings. Your personal priorities is going to have a huge emphasis during Leo season. So no matter, you got Leo in the 7th house. So this is actually my alignment. I'm a Capricorn rising, but I got Capricorn and Aquarius in my first house. So I know I can't be just the house that you have Leo in. There's right now we got to learn to align them, balance them out. They're opposite right now. Once again, full moons is opposite. So if you got the full moon transiting your first house, just know that your 7th house is highly active right now. You got the sun in the 7th house. This is the time you may meet a lot of new people. This is the time where you're going to be in contact and communication with a lot of people. So if your personal priorities is not right, if your personal priorities is not organized and structured, you can be all over the place this season. So you need to make sure going into Leo season, you know what's a responsibility, what's a priority in your personal life, and you have to have the wisdom to be able to see what people, places, and things you need to distance yourself from, restrict from, what personal habits you have that you need to cut off and restrict in order to support, your ability to connect your creativity to the external realm, to embark on more personal aspirations and get more attention for that, get more light for that, shine your solar plexus in that 7th house this season, okay? Aquarius in the 2nd house, you're learning to build your individuality in this lifetime when it comes to your value system, what you feel like you could have, what you could do. If you got Aquarius in the 2nd house, the shit that you creatively, the talents you have and the shit you creatively invested in is some different shit. It's something totally different. Why does Aquarius bring difference? Because it's also got that rulership of Uranus. Now, matter of fact, let me go back to the first house. Let me talk about the planets that's making contact. So with the moon making contact with Pluto and Saturn, you have to know what to put. Saturn, you have to know what to restrict and invest more time into personally. Pluto, you have to know what you need to be personally transforming this season. All right? The full moon is also in conjunct Venus. So you need to be able to pick up on what you are connecting to, loving and appreciating. That's throwing your personal endeavors off. That's throwing off your time in your personal life. You got to see what you're loving and connecting to right now. That is a support system to what you're doing personally. And if you can't pick out how it's helping you be productive in your personal life, you got to distance yourself from that love or that attachment you have, person, place, or thing. And the full moon is also opposite Mercury. So you need to be able to align your thoughts. Okay, we're in your Cancer house. The things that you're thinking about in your Cancer house, the way that we all gaining clarity about our emotions, that has to be aligned with what you're personally doing right now too. Okay, now back to Aquarius in the 2nd house. So Aquarius here, you already developing individuality in this house. A lot of the things you want to do for career, you deal with a lot of power and control issues in this house. So there's times you want to do some shit and it's like it may be hard to find out how to connect it, relate it, because it's so different, so individual. So Aquarius in this house has to learn how to hone in on what it is that is individual about them when it comes to what they feel like they have. So you can feel like you can have a talent, a trait, something that you're creatively into that you don't see nobody else doing. You have to embrace that, Aquarius in the 2nd house. You have to embrace that. This is usually my Capricorn risings. All right. So the full moon in the 2nd house, you need to be able to see what you need to cut off and restrict in the 2nd house. 2nd house could deal with superficial energies, materialistic energies. It deal with monetary gains. So you have to see what it is that you're paying attention to. What is it that you've been trying to build in this house? And you have to understand what's blocking you from building that in this house. What personal habits do you have that's blocking you from building what you want to build in your 2nd house? The 2nd house is how we use what we have to build security and stability. So you got to be able to really hone in with the full moon transit in your 2nd house. You need to be able to really pick up on what is it that's not supportive of your true value system. Okay, and you may have to understand how to have more positive values around this time. You may have negative values, the fact that you have full moon transit in the 2nd house, and you need to be able to work on them bad habits. Okay, you got the sun transit in your 8th house, so you're going to be paying attention more to your true passions and motives. But you need to be able to understand what is it that you're good at, what is it that you're creatively talented at already. It may be some things in the house that you've been sleeping on for a minute. So you need to be more consciously aware about connecting to these things and understanding these things some more when it comes to your talents, traits, what you could use to build in this house. Once again, you got Aquarius here, so a lot of that shit is different. A lot of your talents is some whole other different shit. You probably know how to ride the fuck out of a unicycle or some shit with Aquarius in the 2nd house. You know how to communicate with pets, with animals. You got some other talents in this house. So you got to make sure you embrace that shit during this Leo season. You build upon that shit. All right. So with Saturn and Pluto influence in this house, it may have to be some transformation that's taking place with how you work on things. All right. Damn, don't nobody see green lights today? It has to be something that you have to understand how to work with. Okay. And it may have to be, once again, Pluto expiration dates in this house, but you got to be able to set long-term intentions in this house right now. You got to be able to lock into something in this house right now with Pluto influence in the second house. Mercury and Venus here, Venus being in conjunct, you need to learn to value this house right now some more. Full moon Aquarius in the second house, you need to be able to value this house some more. Give this house some more love. Venus appreciate this house. So, what's good with these niggas? This nigga is crazy. So like Venus in this house, you need to learn. You seen that, kid? Oh no, you didn't even see that. You need to learn to value and appreciate this house some more right now. And Venus is home in the second house, but it's you got it in the transiting Venus in conjunct this house. So you may not be putting your love and appreciation in the right areas. Okay? But full moon in the second house, we need to be able to detach and release from all bad habits, all people, places, and things that you connect to that don't support your true value system or the value system you're trying to develop in this lifetime. Okay? And Mercury is being opposite to this house right now. So you also need to learn how to, Mercury's opposing here. So you need to learn how to align your thoughts, think more about your value system. Exercise more, brainstorm more about how you can use your creativity to build. See, that's the thing, guys. We may not all have it. We may not all have it there. Ain't nobody, you know how much times I get questions with people trying to figure out their purpose, with people trying to figure out their missions and what they supposed to be doing here? We don't all got this shit together. This life shit ain't fucking easy. But how much effort are you even putting your feelings and thoughts towards trying to figure out? How much brainstorming are you doing? How much experimenting are you doing? That's the thing. You don't get nowhere just sitting, soaking in that, in that energy. You got, like I've been saying for the past 2 weeks, you got to be able to spark your own momentum. So that's the energy y'all might be in full moon transit in the second house. All right. And this is going to help you to have more of a fruitful Leo season with that sun transiting that 8th house, understanding your true passions. By the time we finish this season, there's going to be some things that you really are able to get to the depth of. You got the sun transiting your 8th house. There's going to be some things that you're about to see about your emotional well-being to bring more clarity on how you should conduct yourself in the world, on how you should be connecting and relating your passions in the world, on how you could raise your creativity that's hidden to the surface. All right. So that's what we're dealing with Aquarius in the second house. Aquarius in the third house. This is my Sagittarius risings. Okay, so you got Aquarius in the third house. Your third house is dealing with a whole lot of interactions. You've been learning how to build amongst the things that's familiar to you in this lifetime. You have a lot of real individual and creative ways, or creative things that you developed and learned in your familiar surroundings, in your familiar neighborhood. Okay, so now that we got the full moon transiting in the third house, its emphasis here is the relationships, the people, is a double emphasis on relationships and people that you surround yourself with. You have to make sure that the people that you surround yourself with are able to be supportive of your creative endeavors. You may have some familiar friends and some familiar habits, okay, that that throw your shit off when it's time to jump into some Leo energy, when it's time to jump into your creative endeavors. It's some things you do with them that take away time from how you work on your creative endeavors. It may be, once again, the third house deals with everything that's familiar, your local surroundings, how you communicate, your natural communication method. It may be some things that you have to realize about how accessible you are to others and how you communicate that you might have to change and transform, all right, during the weekend and gain more awareness of that as we go into Leo season, all right? Being more individual and honing in on how you communicate, embracing how you are able to connect to others. Aquarius in your third house is already making you be individual, so you're not even supposed to be doing everything that your familiar friends is supposed to be doing. If anything, they're supposed to be learning from you how to be more. You're supposed to be influencing them. Aquarius in the third house, you're supposed to be influencing your friends on how to do shit differently. Because you attracting relationships in this third house that's teaching you how to do shit differently, how to do things more unique. Your whole life you've been getting that influence in your third house, learning how to carry yourself and connect with others from a more individual perspective, not doing everything that's going on in your neighborhood, all right? But still learning how to bring your individuality and what's unique about you to your surroundings. So with the full moon transit in the third house, there's going to be an emphasis here. How you do that, how you been doing that, all right? Full moon transiting the fourth house. We know the moon likes to be in the 4th house, all right? But it's bringing a lot of emotion here, all right? So you're prone to project and feel highly uncomfortable, you know, because you're very sensitive at the moment right now. Very sensitive at the moment right now with the full moon transiting your 4th house. This is my Scorpio risings. So by default, with Aquarius in the 4th house, you already real individual with the way you deal with your emotions. You deal with isolation and being secluded, dealing with the emotions, because that's most likely how your family and home environment was. Most likely your family and home environment was everybody was detached in the home. Everybody was moving individually in the home. Wasn't that much of an emotional connection in the home. You deal with responsibilities in the home. Probably detached parents. So you probably start to develop somewhat of a detached way of dealing with your emotions. All right. So with the full moon transit in this 4th house, you need to be able to look in the mirror and see how your emotions, how you're even dealing with your own emotions. All right. Because you got the sun transiting your 10th house. And Scorpio rising, y'all know Leo in the 10th house. That house is teaching you how to come out your shell and make people see that creativity. You unique as hell. You creative as hell in your 1st house as a Scorpio rising, but you personally can be in your own bubble. And then, you know, when we get into that 10th house, Scorpio needs to learn to let that shit fly in the 10th house. Needs to learn to embrace the spotlight when it comes to career in this lifetime. Scorpio rises. So right now, we want to get emotionally adjusted with being able to do that. This season is pushing you, sun in the 10th house, is pushing you to have more of an emphasis on career, how you broadcast yourself, understanding your reputation and your social status. You may attract situations with the sun in the 10th house with people telling you like, yo, bro, yo, sis, yo, you still doing that, this, that, and the third? You, what's up with this, that, and the third? You used to be doing this, you used to be singing here, you used to be selling that over there. It's going to be influences with the sun in the 10th house for you to understand how people see you, how your social status is, whether it's positive or negative, and how you can use it. So with Aquarius in the 4th house, you know, we got to get them emotions together to be able to embrace. Kayla, can you tell your pops we downstairs? So with the full moon in the 4th house, it's making you react to family matters, your domestic issues, how you deal with the emotions, how you deal with your privacy and solitude, how you're able to cultivate your Listen, it's hard to cultivate some creativity if your emotional well-being be all fucked up, or you don't even have you can't even get creative in your sacred space. You don't even have a private sacred space to call home. You don't even have a space that you could, you know, cultivate your goddamn emotions, find some peace. That throws your creativity all the way off. That don't help you deal with your career, your career aspirations with the sun transiting your 10th house. So the 4th house, you know, Aquarius here. You can't allow yourself to develop such a cold heart, Scorpio risings. You can't always be so detached from how you connect it's one thing how you being detached, connecting your emotions to other individuals, but damn, you're not gonna feel your own emotions. You're not gonna feel your own emotions. You're gonna have to learn how to do that. And during this full moon, it's gonna emphasize you to jump into some privacy and solitude and see how you feel about everything you're doing. And you're gonna have to learn how to possibly, you know, get out of your 1st house shell, Scorpio risings, okay? You know, and be able to let us see your creativity this Leo season. But it starts with you understanding how to have your emotions in the right place about it. All right, be in the right emotional temperament. A lot of y'all is dealing with learning how to be uncomfortable right now to reach our goals. It's no way we can't be comfortable doing new things. You gotta embrace being uncomfortable right now, Scorpio risings. Leo season is gonna push that for you right now. All right. So that's what we dealing right now. And then you know, y'all gotta be careful that y'all don't let situations in the home blow out of proportion. If you're not having, not even just in the home, family matters, when it comes to people, places, and things you care about, you're emotionally connected to, and that's really private to you, you gotta be careful on how you overdo these things right now. And if you're connecting to people in the home right now, family matters, or people you care about, gotta try to be in a real balanced state with them, in a compromised, understanding state, because you got the full moon chance in your 4th house. You good to blow up on a motherfucker right now. All right, so try to take care of them emotions, take care of your not let things get under your skin so easy. Aquarius in the 5th house. This is my Libra rising. Yeah. This is my Libra risings. Aquarius in the 5th house. So full moon transit in the 5th house. You gotta see Libra risings. When you got Aquarius in the 5th house, y'all already dealing with individualized, unique forms of creativity. But it's like Y'all don't be getting no attention from anybody that's even close to you, anybody that's even surrounded by your shit. Y'all gotta go out y'all way. Y'all gotta get out into the outside realm. Y'all gotta get out into the public environment. You feel me? Y'all gotta get more in tune with the outside world and connect to other strangers and face the other strangers and whatnot to get support for your creative endeavors a lot of the time, Libra rising. So with the full moon transit in this 5th house, is you understanding that you can't just try to rely on your close support system, people, your close friends, close family members to support anything you do creatively. And the fact that you got the full moon transiting this, the 5th house, is letting you know that this season you're dealing with, saying it with your chest some more, all right? Embracing forms of self and creative expression. This is a fire house. You got to be able to embrace shining your awareness onto the collective about certain things and being strategical with how you do it. You got the sun transiting, you got the sun transiting your 11th house. You got the sun transiting your 11th house. Now, that got to be her sugar daddy. Hell no. Shorty young as hell, he old as hell. That is sugar daddy. If that's not her pops, that's a sugar daddy. But anyways, don't mind me, y'all. You got the sun transit in your 11th house, so you being Libra rising, you being influenced to be more out and about, be more active in the outside world, in the public environment. So the full moon transit in the 5th house wants you to take your creativity into the public environment. All right, to take your art into the public environment, to be more active on social media, to maximize and exercise all forms of communication, social media, and technology to bring more of an emphasis to what you got going on. Watch that brush. You're gonna get bristles in your ass. So, what's good, bro? Yo, there's a gas station right here. We gotta get gas first. Wait, I think there's one on
Kayla.
What's the name? So, good. So that's what we dealing with when it comes to yeah, I gotta hit a gas station.
You never want to sit in the front seat.
Service station. Got it. So that's what we dealing with, my Libra risings. Y'all being influenced to take y'all creativity and connect that shit into the outside world. And guess what? The emphasis right here, y'all gotta make sure that once again, y'all finding new ways. Y'all finding new ways to connect to the public environment. You can't be doing the same things right now. Y'all got to get uncomfortable too connecting to the outside world. Now, you a Libra rising, you already know how to personally communicate. You already real fucking charismatic. You smile a whole lot. You mad relatable at the time. You probably, as a Libra rising, be mad that people see you as happy all the time. You mad you smile so much as a damn Libra rising. Because sometimes you be mad, but you can't help but having that personal relatability when you meet people, because that's just your personality. Your people just running red lights. Is this no cameras around here or something? This is the second person I seen do that. So, that's what y'all got going on. Full moon transit in the 5th house, and y'all got the full moon transiting a fire house. So y'all got to be careful how y'all project or express the emotions right now. Y'all could be a little too heavy on others right now with y'all emotions. Don't let people get under y'all skin here as well. When it comes to, don't let nobody force you to express shit. All right, but if you got people influencing you to express yourself some more in some type of shape or form, that's showing how suppressed how much you've been suppressing your creative self-expression, Libra risings. All right, Virgo risings. Full moon transiting. No, not Virgo risings. I think I skipped somebody. I think that was Aquarius in the 4th house. Aquarius in the 4th house. That's Scorpio risings. Aquarius in the 5th house. Aquarius in the 5th house. That's Libra risings. I skipped Sag. I skipped Sag somehow. But fuck the rising signs. Y'all know what's up. Y'all know what house Aquarius y'all got Aquarius in. So that's Aquarius in the 5th house. Aquarius in the 6th house. Okay? Aquarius in the 6th house. I'm not even, I'm getting mixed up right now. I'm not even naming the rising signs no more. And some of y'all don't even be having these rising signs because we got intercepted houses. So Aquarius in the 6th house, all right? You got Aquarius in the 6th house. You're already being influenced to develop an individual, a unique routine in this lifetime, or work on something that's unique and original. All right? So with Aquarius transiting your 6th house, schedule, routine, and organization is a huge emphasis right now when you guys are going into your going into Leo season. You got Aquarius in the 6th house, so you got that sun transiting your 12th house right now. So you dealing with OD forms of creativity right now. You got that Leo in the 10th house, so you always being influenced. This is most likely my Virgo risings. yeah, I skipped Sag rising somehow, but I can't. There's too much going on. So with that Leo. With that Leo in the 5th house, you naturally influence to naturally push out your creativity and see how you can act on your imagination and dreams, okay? So the sun is transiting there. That's the emphasis this season. You being more in tune with your dreams, you understanding what you got to do to take action on them, okay? I'm about to make this left to see if there's a gas station over there. Can I make this left? Yeah. So that's what y'all dealing with for Leo season. But guess what? Y'all got full moon transiting the 6th house, guys. Y'all got full moon transiting the 6th house. So y'all need to make sure that y'all aware of how y'all dealing with y'all schedule. If y'all schedule is not in tune this Leo season, you're gonna be way too unorganized. When you got a full moon transit in the 6th house, if you're not making sure your schedule, if you're not making sure the times you're going to sleep and waking up in the morning and what you're putting in your body and your routine, if you're not putting any awareness on that shit, the sun season you going into is gonna be really unorganized, scattered. Even if you're making progress with certain things, you're going to realize, like, damn, with a tighter schedule, I would be able to put more time into certain things I'm building. So we want to maximize our time right now. It's full moon Aquarius. We want to maximize our time. You got the full moon transiting here with Pluto and Saturn influencing. So you got to make sure that you're transforming what you need to transform in your schedule. It may be some things in your schedule right now. It's a full moon here. So you need to make sure that you're releasing and detaching from things in your schedule that's not supposed to be in your schedule. Some of us got all type of shit in our schedule that's not supposed to be in our shit. You feel me? So yeah, bro, can you search nearest gas station? I thought this was going towards that way. That's going like towards Manhattan College and shit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's what y'all dealing with, Virgo risings, with that Aquarius in the 6th house. Y'all got to learn how to transform your schedule and routine right now. Y'all got to learn to put some expiration dates on and shit that's on your schedule right now. Aquarius in the 6th house. All right? Y'all learning how to do that y'all whole life, how to cut and restrict shit out. Y'all need to learn how to think and value y'all 6th house some more right now. Okay? But there definitely is a full moon here. So there definitely might be some things, some ways you think about your schedule. It may be some things right now that you feel like, how am I going to get it in my schedule? I don't have the time for it. You got the time for it. If it's productive, if it's something you want to work on, you can find the time for it. So why don't you take this full moon this weekend to find time how to work that in? Okay? Y'all know my slogan. Listen, I got all type of t-shirts coming on with all type of quotes, guys. So, you know, these shits gonna hit. But y'all know one quote I've been stressing a lot. What's the name? If you looking for it, you'll find it. If you're looking for it, you'll find it. So if there's something y'all want to work into y'all schedule, you'll find it with the full moon transit in the 6th house. Okay? And once again, Aquarius is here. So y'all already being influenced to, work on things that's different from others. Yeah, work on things that's more individual. It's supposed to be your unique talents and traits in your schedule. All right? You're not supposed to have the same routine as everybody with Aquarius in this house. Yeah, you're going to have to search where the next gas station is.
No, it's one a few blocks away.
Like straight?
Yeah.
Okay. So, that's what y'all got going on. All right? Now we halfway through. Aquarius in the 7th house. My Leo risings. Okay? So look, Leo risings, y'all got the sun transit in y'all 1st house. This is a very vibrant time for y'all right now. Y'all already Leo rising. The sun already rule y'all 1st house, so your personality already gets natural attention. Even if y'all don't be wanting the attention as a Leo rising, y'all get more attention than the Leo sun and moon by default. Just by the way y'all do y'all hair, the way y'all do y'all makeup, by the way you laugh, by the way you express yourself, by the way you talk, by the way you dress. Y'all get natural, what's the name? Y'all get natural attention with Leo in the 1st house. Hella charismatic. Might have curly hair. Might have, something distinct and unique about your face. Some freckles or whatnot. Yeah, it's the sun here. So it's going to be something about your personal presentation that we see, that we pick up on, that lights up the room when you come in the room. All right. So now y'all got the full moon transiting the 7th house. We have to see what relationships you are overdoing, overconnecting to. you Leo risings is good for trying to inspire others a lot of the time. So it may be some people y'all trying to inspire, y'all trying to take on a certain journey with y'all trying to light up, and they don't give a fuck about none of that shit. They not even appreciating that y'all trying to enlighten them, teach them, show them a new way, put them on to what they talented about. You know, y'all got to make sure y'all not draining y'all energy, and y'all learn to detach yourselves from some of these individuals. All right, you got to make sure your relationships is supportive of all the things that sun in that first house is ready to be on. Y'all about to be on tilt. Y'all about to be on tilt in the first house this season. You feel me? So, okay, great. This is a very fruitful time. It's a very fruitful time for you guys. When it comes to dropping projects, dropping new brands, anything that y'all want to put into the collective, anything that y'all want to show the world that's new, y'all got to shoot for the stars, aim for the moon right now. Throw it all into the collective. Throw it all into the collective. Okay? So, can you please pump the gas in? Here, I got the pump gas before. You never pump gas before? Hey man. First time, everything. First, right. Here. So yeah, Aquarius in the 7th house. You can put 20 in there now. Nah, yeah, fuck that. Fill the tank, dude. I'm bugging. I ain't trying to be back and forth. Here. Here, use my card. Put 30. Damn. I know I'm a Capricorn moon rising. The brother got different cards. Brother got all type of. Put 30 in there.
All right.
It's 1, 2, 3. Just put the card in there first and follow the instructions. Actually, just fill it up to $20 first. What it says? 0, 0, 1, 2. Click the one. Now press the button that says regular. And there you go. Fill it up to 20 and then let me know, because I'm gonna let you know if it filled up the tank or not. So yeah, Leo risings. Y'all relationships is a huge emphasis this season. Y'all relationships. Listen. This is your personal time, Leo season. The sun is in your first house and it loves to be here. So you cannot overcompensate in your relationships right now, Leo risings, when y'all got shit that y'all got to personally get off right now. Y'all got shit, y'all being influenced to personally express yourselves some more. Get your creative endeavors out into the realm. The sun is highlighting. The sun is highlighting your personal issues right now. So you're being influenced to make sure you put in yourself first right now. So with the full moon transit in the 7th house, you need to understand how to bring some transformation and change to your relationships if need be. And you need to make sure your relationships is respecting your shit. If the people you connecting to can't respect or support your personal aspirations, it's time to cut, snip the fuck off. It's time to transform some shit. Keep going. Keep filling it up. It's time to change some shit up. It's time for you to not to be picking up certain calls right now. All right? All right, it's good. Make sure you tight squeeze twist the shit tight, bro. So yeah, y'all need to be able to make sure y'all relationships is supportive of y'all personal aspirations. Because if y'all find yourselves putting y'all personal shit on the back burner this season, that's about to bring a lot of frustration. You're gonna feel highly unfulfilled this season because you're not supposed to be doing that. Now I need to add E to the 6 months just until I get off live. So it's a beautiful day. You picked a great day for this. Yeah, that's pretty simple right there. All right, Now it may not be the easiest thing. Maybe some people that you're connected to. It may be somebody you're picking up a lot of pleasures on right now. It may be an individual that you've been dating right now. You've been spending mad time with them right now. But you may have to. Ain't saying nothing wrong with the relationship, but you may have to learn how to. All right, this week I got to work on this and third. We chill Saturday. This morning this first half of the day I gotta take care of this, that, and the third. And if I can't take care of this before you feel me, our date is like, I might have to cancel. Don't feel scared to cancel a date right now. Don't be feeling obligated to move by other. You got the sun in the first house. You're not supposed to be feeling obligated to be moving on other people's time right now. You should never feel obligated to move on other people's time, for real. Unless you is on a real relationship and you married or something, y'all in a union, y'all gotta manage y'all time and schedules together. Y'all made a commitment to each other. All right, but that's the whole thing about dating. That's a mistake people make when they date. They don't make their personal issues established. They try to front like there's not things that they personally invested in because they just trying to support the relationship, support other people's things, support other people's likes and interests. And then it gets to a time when you already comfortable in the relationship. Now you want to jump back into what you individually into, and it's an issue because you ain't established that shit early in the relationship. You ain't established that you had this personal interest, this personal aspiration. Now your partner, now you're blaming your partner for holding you back, but you ain't know how to connect that and put that in the forefront when y'all was first dating. So, yeah, that full moon in the 7th house is going to be it might be some relationships and some people that you're connecting to, relating to, that you have to detach from. And you may have to transform how accessible you are to others. You have to think about your relationships some more. And you have to learn to value the relationships that are valuable. You need to make sure you appreciate the relationships that do support your personal creativity, your personal aspirations, your personal goals. So that's what we got going on for my Leo rising. Aquarius in the 8th house. So with Aquarius in the 8th house, you could be real individual with the way that you deal with your deep emotions, the way that you deal with, certain motives. All right, Aquarius is already detached. So Aquarius in the 8th house, it may be it's gonna be this really small circle with Aquarius in the 11th house. What the fuck, I'm about to get out of here. What happened?
I thought it was Jersey. You keep sending me to Philly.
How long is Philly going?
2 hours.
So Aquarius in the 8th house. With Aquarius in the 8th house.
Yeah, go straight. I want to go to Burger King.
All right. With Aquarius in the 8th house, guys, the moon don't like to be here. That's one. Okay, the moon don't like to be here. That's one. So I already said the house you have Aquarius in is already influencing your individuality. All right. So when you got Aquarius in the 8th house, you real individual and strategical with how you deal with certain passions. Okay. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. So with Aquarius in the 8th house, the 8th house deal with shared values. So what relationships have the resources to build on the things you want to build and structure. Shit, Aquarius in the 8th house can get a little manipulative, if anything. That shit could get a little manipulated there, if anything. All right. So y'all got to make sure that seatbelt, bro. Y'all got to make sure with the full moon transiting here, you're making sure that you're detaching and releasing from all insecurities. All right, all insecurities or heavy emotion that doesn't serve you, that's playing out as a burden when it comes to that sun in the 2nd house, aka that sun that's trying to influence you to pay attention to this season, what talents you have, what creative abilities you have, what talents you've been sleeping on with the sun transit in your 2nd house. The sun transit in your 2nd house, there's going to be some new ways to make some money this season, guys. That Leo in the 2nd house, this is my Taurus rising. So that Leo in the 2nd house, there's a lot of things that, y'all naturally feel talented as hell. Y'all naturally feel, it's going to be something with Leo in the 2nd house that y'all feel like y'all got to put the light on. It's going to be some type of creative ability, whether you can sing, whatever it is. Taurus risings can sing. But Taurus energies, y'all voice chakra, y'all motherfucking throat chakra is just blessed. So, y'all need to make sure Aquarius in that goddamn Aquarius in that goddamn 8th house, is able to. Hold on. One second, guys.
Hi, can I get the buy one get one of 2 Whoppers, no pickles?
Do you want 2 Whoppers, no pickles?
Yes. That's it. Oh, large high C fruit punch. That's it. All right, thank you.
Full moon trans in the 8th house. Y'all you may have some insecurities about your creativity. You may have had some things that transformed you, that's keeping you in the dark with your creativity. We got to deal with all that, and this is intense. Full moon trans in the 8th house. This is an intense energy because the moon already don't like the 8th house. So the moon is prone. What's up, boy? What's up? Go ahead, boy. Come on, you gonna walk in front of the car like that? So the full moon transit in the 8th house is you prone to have some intense emotion right now, guys. You looking for a change?
Yeah.
Don't find a camera.
I was getting 27.
It's a dime. You a real Taurus rising. I wish you knew astrology. Taurus rising know how to manage some money. Y'all make sure y'all get exact change for shit. So,
How much is it?
So, I would have been sick if I spilled that on me. Here, you can put it in here. Ooh. So, motherfucking, yeah, that's why I started humming laughing. You know, your Taurus rises, y'all ain't trying to break a 20 or 100 for no bullshit. Like, if I'm breaking 100, I gotta at least be spending $95. If I'm breaking a 20, that shit gotta be at least $17. Yeah, you shit. I need my exact change. So the only one you see the Phillies on?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Or is one in Jersey? Nah.
Look.
So it's up to y'all if y'all want to go now.
No, that's it.
So,
No.
All right, so we out.
Yeah, get that food.
What time it close?
Oh.
Want to look that up too. Thank you.
Wait, excuse me.
They gave some bullshit.
Oh, maybe $1 off.
Oh, no. That's it. Nigga, if there's $1 off me, I
No.
$1. Oh, shit. $100 is like 20. It's like $5 today. Shit, every dollar counts. So, go ahead and
Yeah. You have to take a
this
left.
way. So, when we talk about where we at, so when we talk about Aquarius in the 8th house, the moon is intense here, guys. The moon is really intense here. All right, by default. So the fact that y'all got the full moon trans in the year, y'all are about to be, y'all. This is a real deep look in the mirror right now. This is a real deep look in the mirror right now for y'all to understand how y'all have certain emotions and thoughts that's holding you back from letting your second house grow. The sun is in the second house. The sun is in the second house. I like to say the second house is the actual plants, the flower, the tree. The 8th house is the roots under it, the transformation. So you got to understand what needs to be transformed with your thoughts and emotions right now. And the moon is going to get deep in there because it's full. The moon is going to get deep in the crevice for you to understand, what blockages you have from your creative abilities, from your true talents. All right? All season long, you about to be influenced to see how you can use something to build. And what you got to be using is your creative abilities, is your resources. You about to y'all, Aquarius in the 8th house, y'all about to be hearing a whole lot of, this is my what? This is my, got Leo in the second house. It's not my Taurus risings, is it? It's my Taurus risings. Yeah. So, y'all about to be hearing a whole lot of, what's the name? Hell no, it's ain't my Taurus risings. This is my Cancer risings. Gemini risings. Gemini in the first, and then motherfucking, no, it ain't my Gemini rising. I'm Chipsy. I'm back tripping on the rising. If Leo in the second house, then, Cancer risings. So, okay, go straight. So, with Cancer in that, what's the name? that full moon in the 8th house is some deep digging, some deep emotional digging. You're Cancer rising. Sorry, guys. Usually y'all keep me on point. I can just look at the comments, but y'all know I can't really see the comments right now. So yeah, with that full moon transit in your 8th house tonight, like, y'all can really let things get under y'all skin this weekend, and it's gonna be your own insecurities. It's gonna be you can't have things in the past that happened, shy y'all away from doing things y'all want to creatively do, starting a business y'all really want to start, and y'all will manifest a person, place, or thing to remind y'all what y'all creatively good at, and remind y'all why y'all been slacking on it, or that you have been slacking on these things. The 8th house is gonna fuel that up. It's gonna bring some motivation right now this weekend. So that's the positive side of that full moon in the 8th house. But y'all just gotta make sure y'all detaching in that 8th house from all them thoughts and feelings that hold back your 2nd house from growing, that holds back your 8th house from making the proper transformations needed in order to make that flower blossom and that garden blossom in that 2nd house. You smell me? So that's Aquarius. That's my Cancer risings. Now, what's the name? Aquarius in the 9th house. Gemini risings. Okay? So listen, y'all got the sun transiting what? The sun transiting your 3rd house. Y'all got the sun transiting your 3rd house. So y'all being real, y'all dealing with all type of this season, y'all supposed to be connecting all the things y'all creatively good at. But you got Leo in the 3rd house, so you already got creatively stimulated by things in your 3rd house. Growing up, your siblings probably put you onto the thing that you creatively invested in. You probably got a lot of examples of the things that you creatively invested in or stimulated by or influenced by in your neighborhood. You feel me? There may have been a lot of things. There may have been a lot of things that you guys may have been very active, Gemini risings, very active in that 3rd house. You feel me? So a lot going on in that 3rd house. Leo sextiles that house. So now with the sun transit that house, we got the full moon transit your 9th house. You got to match your knowledge and wisdom with how you deal with your relationships and what is it you creatively connecting to the outside, to amongst your relationships. You got to have more knowledge and wisdom about how you're dealing with your relationships moving on this Leo season. Y'all can't, I think I said this to Libras yesterday for the Leo influences. Y'all cannot include everybody, Gemini rising, y'all cannot include everybody into what you're doing creatively. You have to have more knowledge and wisdom and insight about who's on your type time and what you're trying to create, what you're trying to connect to the collective. You have to be aware of these things, and you love to bring people a part of the pack. You love to rally up certain individuals to be a part of what you're doing. You love doing that. You personally love connecting and relating, okay? But y'all got to make sure with that full moon transit in the 9th house, y'all reacting to doing things more wisely this Leo season. Y'all can't just be out and about doing anything with anybody just because Leo in that sun house, sun transit in your 3rd house got y'all turned all the way up. Got y'all turned all the way up when it comes to y'all friendships. Relating your creativity is a high influence in that 3rd house. Y'all going to manifest. Y'all going to get closer to certain individuals this season based off of understanding the interest that y'all have creatively, but also understanding how what separates you from certain people that you're already familiar with, and how to put more light on what you're already familiar with. The 3rd house and 9th house deal with knowledge and wisdom. The 3rd house deal with information and knowledge as well. 9th house just has more of a philosophical touch to it, more of a spiritually inclined touch to it. Okay, so with the full moon transit in the 9th house, there's certain things that you have to make sure that you need it may be certain things you put a belief and faith in right now that y'all got to make sure y'all got to see if it's been working for y'all. If this is something if this is a healthy and positive moral to even have right now. We be putting belief and faith into a whole lot of bullshit. So the fact that you got the full moon transit in this 9th house It may be a whole lot of things that you believe in right now that you got to transform right now. You may have to transform some of your morals and what you put in faith into. You may have to transform certain things you want to scratch off the to-do list in order to support your creative endeavors right now. It may be certain adventures and things you want to experience right now that y'all got to be able to restrict or limit or understand how much time you're putting into it that takes away from how you deal with your creative endeavors right now. You know, ultimately that full moon in that 9th house, you got to learn how to feel more optimistic about. You got to learn how to feel more optimistic about how you creatively express yourself to the world. You can't be overthinking about how you deal with your creative endeavors. You can't be stunting a lot of the things you want to do based off of how you think about that shit personally. You got too much ideas personally, don't know which one to embark on. So the full moon got to get more, full moon transit in the 9th house got to get more into being more optimistic about experiencing and experimenting new things, but also being more wise about who you take on the journey with you. Because you got that sun in the 3rd house. So if you're not using your wisdom to understand how you correlating your creativity, you're going to take anybody on the journey with you. You're going to be trying to inspire anybody. You're going to be having a lot of your bad habits have the light shed on them instead of having the sun make you pay attention to your bad habits. You're just going to be putting a flashlight on your bad habits for everybody to see. All right, guys. Full moon transit in the 10th house. Aquarius in the 10th house. All right, so you got a Saturn influence. This is my what? This is my Taurus rising. Now we with my Taurus rising. So Taurus risings with that 10th house, with Aquarius in the 10th house. Y'all got to learn to connect, network more when it comes to motherfucking thing, period. Y'all got to learn to connect and network when it comes to all that creative shit y'all got going in the 1st house. But y'all know y'all so steady. Taurus rising so steady. You feel me? Take your time personally. So sometimes y'all could block certain opportunities when it comes to connecting in the outside world because y'all, you know, a little too steady. And when it's time to embrace some transformation in this 10th house, do things a little bit, you know, do things. Listen, Taurus rises, y'all got Aquarius in the 10th house. People already see y'all as unique and individual by default. Y'all need to step into them shoes. When it comes to our 10th house, guys, people are already naturally going to see us with this energy. We're already going to naturally have, what's the name? Our reputation is already going to deal with these energies. So by default, you want to step into them energies because that's what life is trying to influence you to do, to build your 10th house up, to build career up. So Taurus risings, y'all got to understand that this season is going to deal with some networking. It's going to deal with you having to learn to associate what you're trying to build. All right? You initiating more transformation in your life to be able to build your 10th house. You got to see what to detach from and cut off right now that doesn't support your social status, career. You got to learn to deal with some more responsibilities overall. This 10th house is already ruled by Saturn. Okay? So, where we got the sun at? We got the sun in your 4th house. You got that Leo in the 4th house. So, Leo in the 4th house for a lot of y'all Taurus risings, y'all like keeping the creativity in the home. Y'all like keeping creativity in the home. And sometimes y'all got to learn to push that shit out some more. Y'all got to learn to push it out into the collective, a.k.a. Aquarius in the 10th house. So this season, we want to take more of a notice of how y'all doing that. Okay? That's what the full moon in the 10th house is making you react to. How you using your creativity and your personal ways of structuring and organizing. And you got Venus ruling your 10th house. So there's a certain charm that you even have that you're able to take your personality and connect it out into the outside realm. We got to work that. We have to work that this season, Taurus risings. But you have to understand what's blocking you from thinking positively or effectively when it comes to building your social status. You have to be able to react to how you know people know you. And we need to initiate all forms of transformation to help build up your 10th house as we move along Leo season. The sun is in your 4th house, Taurus risings. So y'all gonna become more in tune with your emotions about how you deal with your creative endeavors. Another placement with the sun transit in your 4th house, Leo here. Once again, Leo, Taurus rising, y'all like to keep y'all creativity in the home. Like as long as y'all got y'all instruments in the home, as long as y'all got y'all DVD system in the home, as long as y'all got whatever it is that entertains y'all in the home, y'all can keep y'all creativity all to yourself. With the sun transit in the 4th house and the full moon being in the 10th house, this is the emphasis on how you use some of that creative influence, or how you deal with your creativity, how you're able to entertain others possibly to help build up your 10th house, to help be more of an individual in this 10th house as the course of Leo season goes on. But it may have to take some transformation with how you deal with your 4th house. May have to deal with some uncomfortable energies throughout Leo season in order to embrace getting your creativity out in the collective. All right? And with the full moon transit in Aquarius in the 10th house, it may be some relationships that you have in that area that's not supportive of what makes you feel more individual. You may have some relationships that you hold on as a crutch when it comes to that 10th house. And you embracing being individual now. So when it comes to what you're doing for career in this lifetime, Taurus rises, that shit's supposed to be original by default. Y'all not just here to just naturally work for other people, and that's Aquarius in that 11th house. You got to be able to provide something individual to the collective. And Saturn, you got to do some type of organization in that house in order to even have, more of an authoritative career. Okay? Now, Aquarius in the 11th house, this is my Aries risings. Make sure, let me know where just in case I tell me. So, Aquarius, and I'm about to be done now. Is it saying to take the Henry Hudson? Or Aquarius in the 11th house. Okay, this is my Aries risings. So Aries risings, y'all got the sun where? Y'all got the sun in the 5th house. Another highly active time for y'all. Highly active time. Aries rises, Leo rises. Y'all on some shit right now. Huh? Y'all on some shit right now, Aries rises. It's a litty time for y'all right now, Leo rises, Aries risings. All right? So you got the sun in the 5th house. You could be too turned up this season. If anything, you already got fire in the 1st house. You got the sun transit in your fire house in the 5th house. So yeah, y'all all about expression and making sure y'all putting y'all creativity as high priority. You feel me? And y'all Aries rises is not compromising that shit. Aries rises already don't compromise. Y'all already don't compromise for y'all personal goals and aspirations. So with that sun in that 5th house, yeah, y'all supposed to be influenced to turn up right now when it comes to your creative artistic expression. To make sure you get that out. Make sure that's felt and seen this year, this season, period. So the sun is going to be highlighting your 5th house, showing you all different new ways, perspectives on how to deal with your creativity, overall, how you can entertain others, and having more fun, jumping into more energies that entertain you. But y'all got the full moon transiting the 11th house, aka y'all need to make sure y'all detaching from all associations, from all relationships, from people, individuals. Y'all need to take notice to that this weekend and see how to initiate some transformation and change. And Aries rising, y'all transform some shit. Y'all know how to transform personally. Y'all need to understand how to transform and initiate some goddamn change in that 11th house in order to help support your creativity in the 5th house. It may be some people you associate yourself with, and then damn well, Aries, you shouldn't be associating yourself with these people because they can't. What can they do for your creativity? What can they do for your creative aspirations? The 5th house is the creation house. So you got Leo in that house. You're here to naturally also show us how to deal with all forms of expression, especially just being a fire rising sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius rising. So having that Aquarius, that full moon transit in the 11th house. Y'all gotta understand that this season is about to be influencing y'all to take y'all creativity and get that shit out into the external realm some more. Get that shit out into some strangers, into some unfamiliar faces and places this season. You may have to do some new things connecting to other new environments. You have to be a little open this Leo season, going into certain, because Aries, y'all another sign that Aries rises, y'all could be real conscious about who y'all dealing with. Mars is very guarded in the 1st house. So y'all could be really conscious about who y'all dealing with in the outside realm or who y'all connected to personally. But this season you want to drop your shoulders and exhale a little bit and make sure you get into some new surroundings. Embrace new conversations with others. Embrace, dealing and networking with new people, with the full moon establishing the tone in this 11th house. But it may deal with you having to initiate some transformation and put expiration dates on certain people that you are very accessible to right now, people you already associate yourself with, or certain groups that you deal with at the moment. It's telling me to go straight. So that's your emphasis with the full moon transit in this house. Once again, the sun in the 5th house, it ain't playing around. It's trying to get busy with how it expresses itself, have fun, entertain others, or be entertained, or how it's bringing things into existence. This is the creation house. There's things that you guys need to be bringing into existence this Leo season. By the end of this season, you guys should have new creations. Period. You're already influenced to do that with Leo in the 5th house. So that full moon, that Aquarius in the 11th house, you got to learn to work your associations and learn to experiment bringing shit, or possibly using new forms of communication and social media to brand your shit. That's what's setting the tone for you. And you may have to, Aries rises, you may have to transform your outlook on how you even deal with connecting to the collective. All right? And then last but not least, my Aquarius is in the 12th house. All right? Aquarius in the 12th house. So this is my Pisces rising, and possibly could be my Aries risings as well, based off interceptions. So you got the sun transit in the 6th house. So that's where you got to be active this season, Pisces risings. Your schedule, how you organize things, what you're choosing to work on. Being conscious of your job, the way you work at, and seeing, have you been there too long? Do you need a transition out of there? Do you deserve more than that job? All right? Does that job allow you to inflict your creativity in there? This is the emphasis, the things that you're paying attention to and being influenced to take action with the sun transit in your 6th house. And guess what? You got Leo in this house. So you already influenced to be working on your creativity. You already being influenced to, have creative ways of working on your schedule and organizing things. You kind of feel unfulfilled at times when your creativity ain't in a part of your schedule. Okay? With Leo in that goddamn 6th house. So now you got Aquarius in this 12th house. You always, and when it comes to your dreams and imagination, it's real different shit. Pisces rising, the shit y'all dream about is some whole other shit. Some shit y'all feel like y'all need to talk to y'all therapists and y'all astrologers and best friends about. That subconscious be changing, and that's Aquarius in the 12th house transforms your dreams and imagination a lot of the damn time. So it's one thing working on your dreams, Pisces rising, but that shit always changing. This year you want to do this. This year you want to be a singer. Next year you want to be Miss America. Next year you want to start a bakery business. It's like, all right, Pisces rising. Now we know your ass is creative now, but goddamn, Aquarius is always finding ways to connect some new different shit. Sorry guys. Some new different shit. All right, when it comes to how you organizing your dreams and imagination. Now you got Aquarius in here, so you always being influenced to network your dreams and imagination. All right. But that personality, Pisces in that 1st house, can sometimes feel a little shy, a little reserved, even though you're creative as hell. So with the sun influence in your 6th house, for you guys to understand how to work on your schedule and routine and organization, and pay more attention how you can fit things into your schedule to support your creativity, the full moon in the 12th house is helping y'all to understand what subconscious habits that you have that you need to detach from, that don't support your schedule. And 12th house is the opposite of scheduling. So 12th house ain't got nothing to do with reality, scheduling, and organization. It's all fantasy, subconscious dreams. You need to make sure you understand, how that 12th house, you float too much in that 12th house, or you have so much ideas in the 12th house that throw off your ability to even schedule and organize, because the 12th house just be dealing with all type of ideas, Aquarius in the house. It be dealing with all type of unique things that I feel like it could do in the subconscious, but you never get planted into the 6th house. So the full moon needs to make sure, is it telling me to take exit 17 or keep going? Keep going. So you got to be able to see in the full moon in the 12th house, you got to be able to react to your subconscious ways of doing things. The 12th house is the subconscious house. So sometimes everything in your subconscious house, if you got planets in your 12th house, these are things you do subconsciously and you don't even be knowing. If you got the sun in the 12th house, it's things you act on and you be paying attention to. You don't even know you giving it that much awareness. You don't even know you said that shit. You even be realizing you expressed that shit. So what time you will get there? Oh, what time it close?
6. Look at that 5.
That's what I'm saying, guys. That's what I was saying. It's important to check. Unless we want to do a little something different today, and we could reschedule, guys. We don't have to force it. But it's up to y'all, man.
Remember, she lives in Jersey. So.
When you going back, Kay?
Wednesday.
So, damn, that shit closed early as a bitch.
Yeah. COVID.
So, the sun transiting the 6th house, the full moon transiting the 12th house, you gotta shed some more. You gotta be able to connect to the things, that you do subconsciously that you feel like, damn, I haven't realized that my way of thinking or my way of feeling about this certain thing, idea, or, experience. This house also deal with experience, or my overall, spiritual outlook, or my journey and what I'm supposed to be doing in life. How has that been actually blurring my schedule and what I'm supposed to be organizing and routining? The full moon transit in the 12th house with Aquarius in here, you got Aquarius in here, so you're always trying to associate your dreams with others. And that's another thing that can fuck things up at times, Pisces, because you got to be able to be more in. Aquarius is an air sign that deal with relationships, but you got to learn to be the individual amongst relationships. See, that's the difference. I'm a Libra. That's the difference between Aquarius, Libras, and Gemini. That's what me and Geminis be learning from the Aquarius. We be learning how to, we got to shut the fuck up sometimes and listen. We got to make sure, we got to bring our individual ideals to the collective instead of trying to get aligned all the time. That's what Aquarius be teaching us. So when you got Aquarius in the 12th house, you can't be so influenced to associate and relate what it is that you're doing in your imagination. You got to be more individual and take initiative. So you got to be able to bring some, with the full moon transit in this 12th house, it got to be some ways, it may be some negative ways that you're thinking or looking at how you deal with your dreams and imagination, how you deal with your creativity overall, with your certain aspirations, all right? And y'all got to be able to be more pinpointed with these things. No more floating with this 12th house energy. No more overthinking of your 12th house energy. This weekend, we want to nip in the bud, and you got Aquarius here. Once again, wherever Aquarius is at, it's influencing time. So we need to be pinpointed this weekend of what dreams and aspirations we're willing to invest time into right now, and we're not considering the opinions and caring about who we do it with. We're taking more of an individual initiative to take action on our dreams and imagination. That's going to be the underlying tone of what's going to be supported with your sun in the 6th house as y'all learn to schedule and organize your creativity. You actually being pinpointed because you took the time with the full moon in the 12th house to understand, moon deal with understanding, to understand which dreams and aspirations y'all putting time into and what negative habits you might have had. 12th house also deal with habits as well. All right, guys? So that's what we dealing with during this full moon. All right, for anybody that missed the Leo readings, they're up on YouTube, up on IG, brief influences for all signs. Y'all want to make sure y'all tap into my Patreon. Uploads every Tuesday, Thursday, live streams this Sunday. All right, gonna get into a good old Q&A this Sunday. But y'all already know the vibes, family. Most likely I'm probably checking with y'all later this evening or whatnot. You feel me? See how y'all moving on this full moon energy. It peaks tonight at 10:37 p.m. Eastern time. All right, so y'all want to make sure y'all jump into forms of solitude, be able to get your little meditation on, Make sure y'all write on paper what is it that doesn't serve you, what people, places, and things don't serve you. Burn that John up and let that John go into ashes up in the goddamn air. Let it go up into the water or something. You feel me? We don't need no bad vibes, no holding back vibes, no unproductive vibes this Leo season. We jumping into our creativity. We jumping into our solar plexus. So let's make sure the house that we got Aquarius in, we releasing and detaching from